the 90s. Today we are selling more than 1 million PCs every day. Let me repeat, 1 million PCs every day, and the numbers keeps going. There are more than 1.5 billion PCs out there which are functional. On some of them, probably they are watching this presentation. It's true that in order to create this growth, we and the ecosystem and our partner, many of you are sitting over here, we'll have to do some evolution of the PC, and I'll touch on the evolution that we went through and the one that we are going to go through in the near future. So let's first of all try to understand where the future growth is going to come from. Emerging markets are on fire. Looking at the PC, two major events happened this quarter. First of all, China outgrew US as #1 consumption country in the world. Brazil outgrew Germany as #3 consumption country in the world. So 2 out of the top 3 consumption countries are emerging markets. 65% of the PC growth in the coming 4 years is going to come from emerging markets. And as the disposable income will grow, so will grow the consumptions. But even if we have the affordability, people ask, will the people in the emerging markets will buy PCs? And my answer is yes, a big yes. And I'll use the coming 50 minutes to share with you my opinion and persuade you why I believe that we're in the beginning of the ramp, as Paul put it yesterday. People discuss the future of the PC. You can read a lot about it. Let me remind you that the personal computer has been the most adaptable device, and it changed itself several times during the last 2 decades. Its form and functions have been constantly evolving. We have done several transformations in the past, and I would like to take you through a few of them. One of the transformations of the mega transformation, 1995, Pentium MMX. It was a transition from enterprise to consumer, for people that thought with the brain to people that thought with their hearts. We added CD-ROM and MMX, and we say, you know, we are going to enable video. People are going to watch video on a PC. And the reaction was, PC is a productivity device. We need to watch video on that. We know the truth today. 8 years later, we had another transformation, which was the Centrino. The Centrino transformation actually was a transformation from desktop over to notebook. We are the consumer. They want 4 things, which we call the 4 mobility vectors. They want great performance, desktop-like performance in a notebook. They want to have light form factors so they'll be able to carry it with them. They want a long battery life. And if they are away, they want to be able to wirelessly connect to their database. Interestingly enough, 8 years later, our customers still want us to excel on these 4 mobility vectors. And exactly 8 years after 2003, when we did the last transformation, we are creating the next transformation, which is the Ultrabook, and elaborating. It will be a great consumption device, but at the same time, it will be a great creation device. We'll fulfill both needs. We'll bring back the personal into the PC, where the C will stand for creativity. People will not only work with their PC, people will love the PC. And I'm not ashamed to use this word. Let's look what people are doing today. When I'm looking at our current generation of microprocessor, the Sandy Bridge, I'm very proud. It delivers 47% more I-spec, 34% more F-spec, almost 2x 3D mark. And this is really impressive. And then you go to the consumer and say, that's interesting, but what is there for me? What am I going to do with this? So rather than speaking about I-spec and F-spec and the benchmark we like to speak so much about in our forum, especially the technical forum, let's see how people use their PCs. We can see several usages over here. We can see Excel, we can see PowerPoint, we can see Picasa. We can see people playing games, people editing video, and the question is, and there's a lot of debate in the technical community, what is more important? The CPU, the GPU, the media? And each one they've got something better. Definitely we'll try to highlight this component. If we are trying to understand what's important, I believe the best thing to do is to map these usages into the different components. If we'll do it, we'll see that some of the applications will map into the CPU. Some of the applications like video editing will be done by media, and some of the applications like play, games, it's graphics. And the question again, which one is more important? And it's interesting to know, and it's not trivial, that actually your experience is not defined by the best component in the league. Your experience is defined by the worst component in the league. Because you can have a great graphic, but if your CPU is lacking performance, when you use a CPU-intensive activity, you'll be behind, you'll wait, you'll be impatient. If you have a great CPU and you try to do media editing, you'll stay forever. So the magic is to deliver a balanced system, a system that's got the CPU performance, the graphic performance, and the media performance, all of them at the same time. That's what we try to do with Sandy Bridge, with the second generation core microprocessor, and indeed, it was the fastest ramp ever for Intel, and as we speak, we sold more than 75 million units. But enough about Sandy Bridge. We move forward, and let's see what is the performance that we can get, or what is the experience that we can get by using it. For this, I would like to invite Mark on stage. Mark?
Hey, Mooly.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing fine. Enjoy every moment. Can't wait for the next 45 minutes. Yes, what do you have to show us?
All right, so you talked about content creation, and we're going to show a simple example using an application that everybody's familiar with.
So when you try to run it, we say that people like to create content. People are not only consuming content. Let's look at the example. What you're doing over here.
So we just took a collection of about 6 photos, and we're just going to create a slideshow movie in Picasso.
And you take just picture, you click one button,
Yep.
and you want to create a movie out of it. We can see the performance, it takes 42% of the CPU, but we don't care about it, do we? We just want to see the result done. We see the turbo kicks into 3.1 gigahertz.
Exactly.
And in a second, it's going to be done, and we'll be able to watch the pictures as a movie.
Yep. But you can see the level of performance that's needed even to do something really basic.
And if I have a basic PC, this would have taken ages to do.
It would take you quite a bit longer, and if you don't have a short attention span, you're off to watching Jerry Springer on the couch and not going to even bother with it.
And it's really disruptive to your creativity. Okay,
Yeah.
So that's Picasso, that's it. Can you show me something more sophisticated?
Yeah, let's talk about high dynamic range. And so for this demo, we're going to go ahead and compare it to a 3-year-old Core 2 Duo system. And
High dynamic range.
Let me go ahead and get it started here, and then we can explain what we're actually doing. So I've got a photo here of typical weather in Ireland, right? Overcast, not really the best. Image isn't necessarily the most eye-popping image that you might want to have. With HDR, you can actually take 3 images, combine those together to create a much better...
3 images, different exposure, whatever, and then I let the computer combine the 3 images and try to get me the best image out. So this is an example. We take 3 images, and then the computer needs to do the hard work real time.
Yeah.
Why would you show us the results while the computer is trying to do it?
So there we just finished actually on our system here. And let's just go ahead and take a look at all the different examples that we have here. Let me go ahead and pull up a variety of different examples
and we can
of
see
HDR.
Before and after.
Yep.
This is the picture before, this is the picture and after. You can see the difference of the quality as we do it. So I don't want to scare you all the guys in the first row, but pretty soon you'll be redundant. We'll be able to replace the photographer with some smart computer power. No offense, guys. No, everybody is, okay, fine. Let's go on.
All right.
But you know, this is still, but you know, we are speaking about the fact that the people are moving over to video.
Yes.
And let me tell you, I like to wander around the world. I've got hours of video that I don't know what to do with it. How do I make some sense out of it?
Yeah, so we have an application here from Cyberlink called Power Director, and they actually have a nice little feature called Magic Cut. So all we have to go in is tell them, put the collection of clips that we want on our timeline, say, let's, go ahead and just create a 30-second quick clip here. And then it's going to go through and do all the analyzing and all the hard work.
So amazing. I've got a 6-minute video. I say, I want 30 seconds, or 1-minute video. Go and do it. How does it know it? There are algorithms. If you zoom in and zoom out, probably it's interesting. If you go to the same object 3 times, probably it's something you are interested in. It analyzes the video and gives you a clip which it believes it's the best one to fit you, and you can change the knobs if you don't like it. But it can be done real time while you are sitting next to your computer, and we just finished it, I believe.
Yeah.
And
go ahead and pull up the clip.
And what we see over here is a clip that was just generated. So those of you that have got hours of clip and you want to test the computer how smart it is and try to compact it, it's one clip. You don't need to be computer wizard, or you don't have to have hackers as a friend in order to be able to do it. There's another thing I believe that we see more and more, because still people say, would you need all this great performance? What we have over here is an application which is ready for everybody. This is for shopping. You can just look at the computer and try glasses.